Alright fans, welcome back to RCW Rampage. This next matchup is for you hardcore fans out there. This is requested by Chaser. He wanted to find out who would be worthy enough to be the #1 contender to compete against him in RCW Revenge for his RCW Hardcore title. So he went to RCW owner H.A. Duke, and they set up this match. You're going to see 6 of the most hardcore wrestlers in RCW's history, or in RCW's roster right now, competing in a 6-man elimination match, with the winner of this matchup going to RCW Revenge to compete against Chaser for the hardcore title. And coming out first, we see Keith Cutler. He is a new person here on the RCW roster. His debut match was against Wu-Tang Man a couple of weeks ago on Rampage. Came up a little bit short, but nonetheless, to have the debut match against a legend like Wu-Tang Man is saying a lot for this character. And now we got somebody else coming out here. Who is this? Skull Rider. Now Skull Rider, he's a former RCW hardcore champion, so he knows what it's like to have the hardcore title around his waist. So he's definitely hardcore as they come. Fans, you're gonna have to bear with me here. I'm coming down with a little bit of a cold, as always. I need to stop sniffing the cocaine, I reckon. It's starting to clog me up. I tell you fans, RCW Revenge is shaping up to be one incredible CPV event, and we are only a little over 2 weeks away from seeing that awesome, incredible, epic night. And now we see Mr. Cool Daddy making his way down the ramp here. He is also another former RCW hardcore champion in his own right, so he knows what it's like as well to be hardcore champion, and he would love for the opportunity to regain that title that was taken from him on Rampage a few weeks ago by Chaser in the first round of the RCW US title tournament. And now we have number 4, the 4th member of this matchup, making his way down the ring. And oh my God, look at this, fans. It is the 450-pound monster known as Zoltar, the twin brother of OFW's own Giant Sid. I tell you, this guy is incredible. We saw what he did to Smokey on Rampage last week. I mean, this guy is virtually unstoppable. And I'll tell you, if he wins here tonight and goes on to Revenge, I've got my money saying that we'll have a new hardcore champion. It's going to take a lot to put Zoltar's shoulders to the mat here tonight. But then again, he's in a 6-way match, you know, so he's got 5 other guys up against him competing, trying to get a hold of that hardcore title shot. So, and now we see Mr. Death. He's making his way down the ring. We saw what happened between him and Chaser on Rampage last week in the 2nd round of the US title tournament, and I'm telling you, I was really shocked. And Mr. Death says that he just took Chaser too lightly, let his guard down. He says that will not happen again. And he said he is here tonight to beat the living crap out of the other 5 competitors, advance to Revenge, and beat Chaser for that hardcore title. Mr. Death feels that he should already be the hardcore champion, and it should have been him earlier tonight taking on Johnny J. We'll soon see. And now we have our final competitor in this matchup, the Jamaican superstar, otherwise known as Tension. I'm telling you, this is one high-flying character right here. The hardcore division is something new to him, so we're going to see how he does, mixing up the high-flying act with the hardcore, kind of what Chaser does. So Tension could very well do good in this division. But he's got to get through this match here tonight. Now here we go. Now the bell is sounding. All 6 of these guys. It's a 6-man elimination match. There will be 5 eliminations. Eliminations take place by pinfall or submission only. Last man standing gets the hardcore title shot at Revenge. And right now we see Zoltar. He's taking out Tension. We've got Mr. Death and Skull Rider going at it here. You know, Mr. Death and Skull Rider definitely no strangers to each other either. I mean, they competed in the first round of the US title tournament. Mr. Death defeated Skull Rider. And now we see Keith Cutler over here working on Mr. Cool Daddy in the far corner. Mounted punches. Zoltar just about kicked Skull Rider's head off here. And now Mr. Death and Tension going at it. So, fans, I'm telling you, like I said before, RCW Revenge is definitely shaping up to be an incredible night. We're going to see later on tonight who will be going up against Vegas' Most Wanted for the tag team titles. Is it going to be YGA or the Big Shots? And that will be a ladder match taking place at Revenge. Also, Dagger versus Smokey for the world title, the match that everyone's talking about. going to be an incredible night. And we already know Johnny J is going to be in the finals for the U.S. title tournament. But who will he be competing against? Will it be Anton Ivanov, or will it be the Real American Man? So I'll tell you, the card is shaping up, and now we're fixing to find out who will be competing against Chaser at Revenge for the hardcore title. Like I said before, the winner of this matchup will be the #1 contender. Right now we see tension. He's got a submission move locked in on Mr. Cool Daddy up there at the top of the ring, trying to get Mr. Cool Daddy to tap out. Mr. Cool Daddy fights his way out of the move now. And look at Zoltar. He's got Skull Rider high up in the air now. Bench presses him down to the mat. Now I just noticed Keith Cutler has been busted open. And now Mr. Cool Daddy, he's got tension in a pinning predicament here. And fans, wow, that's it. Tension has been eliminated here. I don't know what Mr. Cool Daddy did to him, but first elimination of the matchup. Tension is out of there. We are down to 5 now. Mr. Cool Daddy just reversed a move on Keith Cutler. And like I said, fans, Keith Cutler has been busted open here. Now Mr. Death's going to whip Mr. Cool Daddy into the ropes and lifts him high in the air, throws him face first down at a mat. Incredible strength displayed by Mr. Death now. Zoltar still working on Skull Rider here. Oh man, what is Zoltar going to do? Wait a minute, look at this! Unbelievable tag team action here. Mr. Death and Zoltar working together to take out Skull Rider now. Skull Rider has been kicked to the mat once again, and now look at this. Mr. Death just hit his finisher on Mr. Cool Daddy. Or no, I take that back. That's Keith Cutler. And Keith Cutler has been eliminated at the hands of Mr. Death. No, take that back. That's Skull Rider. Damn. I can't keep up with things, fans. My apologies. Skull Rider was eliminated by Mr. Death. And that's twice now that Mr. Death has pinned Skull Rider. And now we see the two monsters, Zoltar and Mr. Death, going at it. And look at this. Zoltar just takes Mr. Death and tosses him over the heads of Mr. Cool Daddy and Keith Cutler here, battling in the middle of the ring. Now we're down to the final 4. Zoltar lifts up Mr. Death again and throws him once more across the ring now. And now we see Mr. Cool Daddy. He is opening up on Keith Cutler. Powerful clothesline sends Keith Cutler down now. And now Mr. Death fighting back against Zoltar. Shoulder block takes Zoltar down. And now Mr. Death rushes in with a knee buster onto Mr. Cool Daddy. Man, very impressive matchup so far. Down to the final 4. Which one of these guys will it be? Which one of these 4 guys is going on to RCW Revenge to compete against Chaser for that hardcore title? And now we see Mr. Cool Daddy. He's lifting up Chaser and just rushes in with a huge clothesline now. Zoltar and Mr. Death still going at it. Now Zoltar turns his attention to Mr. Cool Daddy. Kicks his head off his shoulders. Mr. Death gets taken down by Keith Cutler. Oh my God, Zoltar just slammed the head of Mr. Cool Daddy into his knee there. Oh God, Zoltar's got Mr. Cool Daddy up now. 2-arm choke slam. And now we saw Keith Cutler slam Mr. Death down in the mat now. Now we're down, 2 guys down here, Zoltar and Keith Cutler. Wow, Keith Cutler. Impressive move here now. Clothesline Zoltar. There's a clothesline from Mr. Death. Keith Cutler getting into the matchup now. Knife edge chop on the Zoltar. Whips Zoltar into the ropes. Follows him in now. What's he going to do with him here? He's got Zoltar up on the top rope. Looks like he is going to superplex Zoltar off the top rope.